emotions bring. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. I get the one.
Pushes it in.
Oh, he's got another one. He's got another one.
Oh, wow.
As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Let's go. Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
With the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Bassel with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch!
He turns that charm off. 1 second.
Hey, if I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh yeah, I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh yeah, start a movement with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh yeah, I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the glory. Let's go. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edges, still I made it though. Still I just been laying low. Man, I just feel grateful though. I know where I come from, man, I ain't alone. Yeah, and I feel so blessed, too blessed to be stressed. And I'm with the day unos, they don't ride to the death. We got the legacy, we got the hope, and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory, we want the glory. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it I'm so good, it feel like I'm cheating. A well of the storm, I feel like a season. This type of drive could push Lamborghinis. So get yourself signed and have your own sneaker. I'm in the band, I'm pushing the meter. A legend like John for everyday people. I got the heart of a champion. I got the blood of a winner. I don't know how to be stagnant. I got way too much ambition. I keep on being statistics. How would I be denied? My only option is winning. I'm crossing the finish line. Colossal, not minimum wage. Talk to the loss like I know the way. Stay on my job like who need a break? It wasn't possible, I heard them say, but I'm like MacGyver to all my mistakes. Running back home, now look at the bases. Been winning so long, I feel like a native. I got what you want, but you cannot take it. I do what you don't, cause I'm more creative. I put me on, no help for your favors. I'm breaking the mold to show you the flavors. I got control, you can't enable. I'm using my flaws to make me the greatest. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Yeah. I'm number one. 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 Yeah. I'm number one. I'm number one.
Good afternoon and welcome live from DeVos Fieldhouse on a dreary Saturday afternoon here for a 3 p.m. start. Hope College women's basketball taking on the Comets of Olivet here in this conference matchup. Lucas Shelton alongside Matt Wainer. Lucas, nowhere I'd rather be than inside here at DeVos, and it has been a sticky Saturday out there, don't you think?
I know, a little gross out there. Matt woke up and the snow is coming down, but it's always 70 and sunny in DeVos Fieldhouse, so we got a good seat today.
Yeah, that's right. So in this one here, what we got going on, 4-1 in conference. Hope College coming off the loss to Trine on Wednesday. You got a few of those details of that one. I was here for the men's game, so didn't get to see that one live. And then Olivet so far winless, 0-5 in conference so far this year. Tough start to the season for them at 2-11. What do we know so far about this Olivet team? You know, clearly a little bit outmatched by Hope, but in this matchup, let's start with what we know about Olivet.
Yeah, Olivet 2-11 overall this season. Their record 0-5 in conference. So this afternoon, seeking their first conference win, coming off of a loss to St. Mary's earlier this week on Wednesday down in Indiana. So they are seeking that first win, first conference win, excuse me, of the season. Kinsley Hatfield, the senior out of Hudsonville, Michigan for Olivet, is leading their way, averaging around 11.8 points a game. So she's the one to watch for them, as well as Madeline Burtis leading the way on the glass. She's averaging almost 6 rebounds a game as well. So those are the two people for Olivet we're going to keep an eye on here this afternoon. Looking at the other side of the ball, that Hope team coming off of a loss to Trine down in Angola on Wednesday as well. Really exciting game, Matt. That game had 11 lead changes and 11 ties, so a real back and forth affair. One that Hope probably could have come out on top, and that would have been a huge win to sneak one out on the road in Angola, but unable to do so for the Flying Dutch. Maddie Trulia led the way, 15 points, and then Taryn Maynard added in 14 points and 4 assists as well. So really good basketball affair there, but that Trine basketball team is a good basketball team. So always tough to go down there on the road, midweek especially. So Hope looking to bounce back from that here this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. And really that third team in conference looks like it's probably going to be Calvin right around there. But I mean, Calvin, we saw in the Hope Calvin game that you and I called last Saturday, it was Fernandez didn't play. She had illness.
Right.
Hannah Saul went down. And I don't have the update on that injury. I assume it's season ending. It looked like lower half. Do you have details on that?
From what I haven't heard of for sure confirmation, but just walking out of the gym that afternoon, what I have heard is it is ACL.
Okay.
Probably, obviously, then will be season ending. So hate to see that for her over on the Calvin women's basketball team. But yeah, like you said, real exciting matchup we had last week. I mean, just looking at the standings, Trine sitting alone at the top, not a loss yet in conference. But we've got Hope, Alma, Adrian, Albion, and Calvin all fighting with each other, right? For those last few spots. So things really can shake up. There is, honestly, this year, anyone can beat anyone on any given day.
And Trine undefeated 4-0. They just had that win against Alma. That game just ended about 10 minutes ago. That was a 22-point victory for them pretty handily. And like we said, I mean, it's them, Hope, Calvin, and for those of you at home, it is it's 6 teams that make the tournament, and that's a 6-3 matchup, 4-5 matchup. Top 2 seeds get the bye.
You got it.
You got 6 teams that make it in, and if you're not one of the top 2 buys, you got to win 3 games to make it to the championship.
Absolutely, and then you're traveling too, right? You know, you don't have that home game in the tournament, so every game matters in conference right now. So again, like we said, Olivet looking for their first conference win, a Hope team that has proven themselves. We know that they are skilled. Can't overlook anyone in this conference match.
So talking about Hope, I mean, for the fans at home, I mean, it's 11-2 team. You and I we've been a little bit critical of them as they continue to find their identity. They go 10 deep. They got players. It's the Richards sisters. Maynard, I can't say enough about how much she's gotten better. But the straw has been the senior scorer, Sid Viss.
Absolutely, right? I mean, we talk about it all the time on this broadcast. The Richards sisters, Leah Richards is leading the way in points for this team. Viss is up there as well. But again, they are deep, like you just mentioned. And historically, these Hope teams are deep. They're playing 10 to 12 players a game. Anyone could step up in any given game.
So as we're getting ready for tip-off here, we'll send it over to Darren Deismars here in just a second as he's going to have starting lineup. I hope we are blessed with a Darren Deismars national anthem. I know that's what everybody at home is talking about, how good he is, and a shout-out to him as well. So we're going to throw it over to him, and we'll get here with starting lineups and national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if so desired, please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Comets of the University of Olivet and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the Comets at 1 forward, a 5'10 freshman from Detroit, number 0, Ava Lord. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10 senior from Byron Center, number 25, Sydney Viss. At 1 forward for the Comets, a 5'10 junior from Potterville, number 55, Kaylee Bush. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1 sophomore from Hudsonville, number 34, Maddie Petrulia. Starting at center for the Comets, a 6'1 senior from Hudsonville, number 45, Kinsley Hatfield. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'2 sophomore from DeWitt, number 20, Leah Richards. Starting at 1 guard for the Comets, a 5'9 freshman from Flushing, number 10, Alexis Woodbeck. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutch, a 6' sophomore from DeWitt, number 10, Anna Richards. And at the final guard spot for the Comets, a 5'9 freshman from Grand Blanc, number 11, Madeline Burtis. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8 junior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Taryn Maynard. The University of Olivet is coached by Peter Sabiti. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this afternoon, Andrew McKellar, Richard Sinclair, and Alex Briggs.
And just about getting started here as fans are still filing in here on this dreary Saturday afternoon in Holland, Michigan. Thanks so much for joining us here on the broadcast for a fun one here, Lucas. And we got, we love to shout out the high schools when they're able to come out here. That's Grand Haven girls basketball team out there. They are undefeated so far this season, coached by a couple former Dutchmen, some that many of you know. Julie Henderson-Potts, assistant coach at Grand Haven, Katie Kowalczyk, former player, as well as Casey DeSmit. You remember that name from a couple years ago, and Josie's older sister. So a shout out to them. And Casey is continuing to coach here at Hope as well with some of the freshmen. They've had a fantastic year as well. I know Julie well. She was a national championship here in 2006, and they are self-proclaimed the Jillian Sorrell fan club over there.
Big cheering section over there.
Yeah, the tip will go to Tara Maynard, and that's enough room for Anna Richards for an easy 2.
Quick start from the Flying Dutch, something we're used to seeing. They want to get out and go, and just a little lapse in defense there from the Comets.
You know, Lucas, that's something that we expect them to do, especially against, teams 5 through 8 in the MIAA. Kind of get ahead, push their will to be known early and not be hesitant. Rebound brought down by Petrulia, now going the other way. Maynard probing, looking down, trying to get the ball to Leah to see if they can set up offense. Right side, that's Viss. Viss in her senior campaign, she's been just over 10 a game. Like we said, a very big scoring role. There's Anna Richards for 3. She's got a quick 5.
Yeah, can't leave her that open, Matt. I mean, she had a defender up there, but just too much space, and she's going to pull that one every single time.
What have you seen, Lucas, from freshman to sophomore year? What part of her game do you feel like keeps getting better?
Just the confidence, Matt. Honestly, I mean, they came in, and we knew right away early on last year that they were going to be impact players for this Flying Dutch team. But just the confidence that they have now. They have a year under their belt. They're more experienced. They know how this offense flows and how it runs. And even that shot right there, got a defender up on the three-point line. She's like, I can get this off. I can knock this down. So no hesitation pulling that one.
There's a foul the other way. That one is going to be on Alexis Woodbeck, the freshman from Flushing. Hey, I always need Mike for my Michigan geography. Do you know about Flushing?
I do know Flushing. I have a great friend that's from Flushing over on the east side of the state, over that way. So actually, Flushing was in the SVO with Dow High School, where I went to high school. So familiar with Flushing. There you go. Over on that side.
And that's your Michigan geography for the day.
There you go.
You're on the broadcast, inbounds. Here for Olivet. It's the ball in. That's Bush down there. Kaylee Bush, somebody who also we failed to mention there in the pregame, Lucas. I mean, she's just under 10 a game. She's got a lot of experience. I mean, she's played a lot as a junior. I feel like we've been calling her name forever. You know, she's been playing 3 seasons here at Olivet, and she's played a lot of games and a lot of minutes. Ball down, that's Anna Richards, picks it up, dish out to Maynard, gets it down to Viss with space. They're collapsing. She just goes, more strength than Olivet combined as she gets that 2. Hope up 7-0.
Great job by Sydney Viss. Under control there, had the defender on her hip. Just a good little shake, get that one up off the glass. Very under control, love to see that out of her early.
And it's a new face there as for their starting point guard. That's Ava Lord, the freshman from West Bloomfield. I mean, she's tall, she's every bit of 5'10", but she looks comfortable. I can see she's beginning to try to get more comfortable with that dribbling, but she's quick and she's able to use her strength a little bit. So I'm interested to see what she's able to do.
Absolutely.
So, looks like a quick timeout. That one is, that's actually Olivet, Peter Sabiti going to take that one. So we'll stay right here, Lucas. And so far here, Oak to that early lead. And like you said, I mean, that's kind of what they want to do is, hey, we're going to demand our will to be known. We're not going to be afraid. Let's get up in this game so we can kind of control the tempo the rest of the way.
Right. It doesn't matter what the day of the week, what team you're playing. That's something that head coach Brian Morehouse wants to do is he wants to get out early. He wants to get out and run and establish that tempo quick in this game, kind of like you talk about, kind of commanding your will on that team. You're like, hey, we're here to play. Hope early 7-0 lead, which is exactly what they wanted in this one.
Coach Sabiti going to set up in a full court press here coming out of the timeout. Try and force Hope to kind of dribble through it, and that just looks like your pretty standard man. It's got set up for a little bit of a trap on the side there.
A little 2-2-1 trap, but didn't quite get the trap off. We'll see in there, yeah, not trapping in the half court either. So just kind of trying to make things a little difficult there to get the ball down the floor.
Hope breaks it easily. Their left side setting up offense here with Maynard. I know, I mean, we're critical at times, Lucas. To me, it's just in times in Hope's offense when they're standing still, Petrolia hits it. They have the talent, they have the ability, they can make shots. It's just, for me, it's hard. It's hard to watch and see in moments where they're standing still.
And this team, I mean, again, we saw a lot of their games early in the season. They're starting to come into themselves as the season goes on. And like we talk about all the time, so much talent on this basketball team. Great to see them start to get in a flow, get in a rhythm, and play the basketball that we know they can play.
Hatfield gets 2 on the other way, and how about this? It is a scoring
Hope cannot miss right now. They are finding the bottom of the bucket anywhere on the floor.
Hope 5 of 5 from the field. That includes 2 for 2 from three-point line, up 13-2 here early. Gives it up. Kaylee Bush thought about the 3. That's Maynard on them. That means a mismatch somewhere for Olivet. They're going to try and find it. Lord driving, puts the ball down, and travel on Lord.
Yeah, they got to travel on the other side of the court. I don't know. It looked like she kind of was under control. I even thought a jump ball for a second. It looked like a lot of hands came in there on that one.
Yeah, I didn't see travel either. I saw possibly, like you said, maybe a jump ball, but it's nonetheless, let's play on. Maynard getting across half court. Full court pass there to Anna Richards. Guarded by Hatfield. Ball down to Leah Richards. That's a matchup she likes. Kick out. Brunsberg thought about it. All the way to the bucket for 2. Yeah.
I love to see that out of Chloe Brunsberg. She's someone who historically has been a knockdown three-point shooter, and it's great. It's awesome this team. To see her with the aggression, to go right to the hole through contact, love that out of her.
I really feel that Brunsberg is, to be able to have that piece to add in off the bench is such a luxury for a team that's trying to win a conference championship.
Absolutely.
Look at this. I mean, she's a junior who adds in, 6 to 7 points a game, but those 6 are always 2 big threes when you need them. Left side, Maynard can't get it to go. She wanted to join the three-point party for Hope. That's their first missed here today. Ball down, Hatfield's got space. Richards a little bit bailed out there. She gambled on the inbound.
Yeah, tried to jump that a little bit and caught a break. But able to get it done at the other end of the floor right there, Matt, finishing through contact.
Totally, and you can see there is Hope able to turn defense to offense. Name of the game up 17-2. We're gonna get Josie DeSmit back in here for the game. And like we talked about, younger daughter, Casey DeSmit, kind of that Hope women's basketball legacy, and something, as you know better than anybody, I mean, what that legacy can be here at Hope. Hey, I got an older sister, you know, my cousin, my aunt, my mom, my grandma. How many people end up kind of falling in line to keep playing Hope basketball?
And it was one of those things, I don't know Josie really at all, but I knew Casey pretty well, still do know Casey pretty well, and hearing from her, since Josie was early in her high school career, she always talked about that she wanted to go to Hope. She's like, man, I would love to play. I watched my sister play there. I want to be there. So super cool to see her now playing in big minutes for this team as a freshman.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it is, like we talked about, just that legacy of, you know, you see your older sister do it and you say, I want that to be me one day. And how about her as a freshman playing 15 minutes a game and impacting the game already?
And knowing she's going to make it her own now, right? She's got 3.5 years ahead of her to make this whole career her own, and I know she's going to do it, and that's going to be awesome to watch.
Inbounds. That's Lauren Leach in the ball game here. This is that second group. That's Blasey, Brunsberg, Leach, DeSmit, and that's Bailey Stewart, the freshman. Kind of been the freshman, played the most so far. Her and Sorrell, as well as DeSmit, that have kind of been able to carve out a role here early. DeSmit with a lot of space, just not guarded.
Yeah, great patience from her. A couple ball fakes there, got the defenders off. We're not really sure where she was going to go, and found herself wide open from 4 feet away.
Hope set up in a little bit of a 2-3, it looks like, and they're going to force the three-point try for Olivet. Rebound by Stewart. Stewart gives it up to DeSmit. Smith got one-on-one. That's a matchup she can turn and burn on all the way to the bucket, Lucas.
She found the lane and she wasn't going to be stopped. Great job by her.
Olivet find themselves early deficit, 21-2. Now trying to work their way through that 2-3. Shooting through it, that's the way you do, but just off the mark.
And Hope known for that on-the-line, up-the-line defense, but occasionally like to sprinkle in that zone, that 2-3 zone, just throws things off. If you're, a team that's so prepared for that aggressive man defense, it's like, okay, what's this now? What am I looking at? And yeah, got to shoot your way out of it a lot of the times.
Smith, three, just short. Going the other way. That's Burtis. Burtis driving the bucket, another turnover by Olivet. And Hope just not on the same page. Leach trying to get the ball to Brunsberg, just not looking.
Yeah, and Brunsberg was open there. Leach, good idea, but yeah, just not on the same page. A little too quick on that one.
We were talking about Brunsberg, and how about Leach as well? I mean, you add in a senior able to come in off the bench, not complaining about minute totals or anything, Lucas. I mean, either of those girls have so much experience. We've been watching them for 3 years. Obviously, Leach had some early knee issues early in her career. Right. She's been healthy for the last year and a half, but for those two to be able to be upperclassmen that have played 40 games in a Hope uniform, that's a huge luxury heading into the conference play.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Leach, someone who's been in and out of some different various injuries in her Hope career, but awesome to see her now step into her own in this season and really just be a key role in this offense.
So top of the key, here's Stewart. Going to work, she's got the high ball screen from Blasey. Ball on the floor, kick out, Brunsberg, three, yeah, why not? Everything is working for Hope.
No hesitation, she just kind of fell to that open spot on the left wing and was able to knock it down.
It's up her dribble at the top of the key, that's Burtis. Now gets the ball down, sets up not a bad two-point try, that one's just long. By Drew Allen, the junior from Bellevue.
Yeah, Olivet getting some decent looks so far, but just unable to capitalize on them. So if they can get some of those to start falling, maybe can get in a rhythm on offense here.
What do you see in the mind of a coach here, Lucas? I mean, for Coach Peter Sabidi, obviously down big early, a tough deficit. You got a lot of time. What are things that you can do with your team to be able to kind of get them to stay positive and build on stuff for the rest of this game?
Well, we saw him as a great take there by Bailey Stewart all the way coast to coast. We saw him take that early timeout when Hope jumped out to that 7-0 lead. A lot of times it's like, hey, let's just settle in real quick. Hope, aggressive team, a lot of length from them, right? Look, they've all got their arms up. They're making things difficult. Settle into our offense. We've seen these type of plays before, these type of teams. We can do this. We can compete with them. Just trying to find your own as we're almost done with the first quarter now. And then some of those open looks, got to knock those down, right? When you get good looks, you need to be able to knock those down.
And then on the other hand of things, I mean, if you're one of the Hope players, you know, 6 through 11, what do you feel like you want to make your imprint on this game when you get an opportunity?
Just you don't ever want to, I think, early on let off the gas, right? You can't underestimate a team. You can't be like, hey, we're complacent now. Keep playing the style of play that you are used to playing, right? And we're seeing it right now. I mean, they're up 27, up big here in the first quarter, but they're just keeping doing what they do well.
And that's Brunsbury, another 3. How about this Hope team right now? Don't blink. They're shooting 80% from the field.
Man.
Stewart, 2.
And everything is working for them right now, Matt. Everything is working for Hope College.
That's exactly what you want to do in this conference game against a team that you know winless, a team you know you're better than. This is exactly how you want to start the game. 3-point try there, off the mark, and love that from the Olivet coaching staff. Just staying positive, keep their girls in it. Let's get to the end of this quarter. Work from there. DeSmit 3-pointer, short. Coaching opportunity there from Coach Morehouse. You can see talking to his girls, and we got 30 seconds to play. Are they going to get the foul on there? Is that on Bailey Stewart?
Just a little too aggressive, right? You're wanting to play that aggressive defense, try to force turnovers, but that's not a spot, you know, that far away from the basket. You don't need to be getting those body contact fouls out there.
Oh, a little confusion for both teams. Thought it was a media timeout, it looked like.
Just a lot of subs coming in all at once, so yeah, a little confusion there.
.30 seconds here. Time for just a couple possessions here. 20 on the shot clock. Ball into Hatfield. Hatfield gives up her dribble, guarded by Richards. Push, nice pass down to Hatfield, just didn't finish. Really nice look there by Kayla
She was wide open under there, and great find, able to put it high into her hands, but unable to finish.
Maynard, a lot of room at the top of the key, getting space for Hope. Viss settles for a 3, off the mark. Here's Ava Lord with time expiring. Kick out 3-pointer. I don't think she got that one off, but nonetheless, doesn't go down. 31-2 here at the end of 1. Anything that step out to you here? I mean, you look at the stats, you see how well Hope is shooting, but
76.5% from the field, Matt. If you're Hope College, you can't be mad at that. Everything's working for them right now.
So let's take a break, Lucas. We'll be back in second half action here on the Anchor Network.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Back at DeVos, 31-2, a dominant first quarter here for Hope College at DeVos.
Man, shooting over 70% from the field for Hope College in that one. 55.5% from 3. Great first quarter of shooting action for them. Getting wide open looks, but able to knock them down as well.
72 from the field, 55% from 3. That's 5 of 9. 3-point shooting, just 1 free throw there shot for Hope. Nice drive, Lord with strength. Fighting for her own rebound. Looks like she got bopped in the nose, it looks like, so.
Yeah, hard to tell. Maybe took a shot, yeah, to the face there, something, I'm not sure.
First head trainer for Hope College, Tim Caberna, come out to check on her. Looks like she's gonna be okay. She just got hit in the face.
Yeah, and those are no joke, Matt. Sometimes just, you know, inadvertent hand or something as you're going through traffic. Those can scare you a little bit and definitely hurt.
You see her coming by the scores table. For those at home, she is okay. She's just holding her eye right now, but up here she's going to be okay. She's going to get some time on the bench here. Head trainer Tim Caberna going to check her out, and we'll keep playing here at DeVos. Inbounds to Kaylee Bush, top of the key. Subbing in for her is Madeline Burtis, the starter, also from Flushing. Nice move down there. Hatfield for 2.
Able to kind of break that scoring drought a little bit, Matt. That's their 4th point of the basketball game, coming early in the 2nd quarter.
Ooh, nice drive by Maynard. Going the other way is Richards. Like you said, Hatfield, somebody that kind of has to be the engine and the gas for this Olivet team. Driving now, that's Drew Allen, top of the key. Gets it out, Hatfield 3-point try. Almost, and an offensive rebound there for Olivet. Sets up Burtis off the mark. Bush, another offensive board. We're going to get a jump ball.
And great job and aggression there by Olivet, working on those boards, able to give themselves some 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities on that possession. Jump ball unfortunately doesn't go their way, but love to see that from them working on that glass.
Not a lot of 2nd chance points so far in this game. Hope leads that category to just 4-2. Left side, there's Viss. Little handoff here to Anna Richards. Takes that ball screen from her sister Leah. Kick out to Maynard. Around the horn, here's Hope College. Top side, Leah Richards down to Anna. Puts it down, lefty, off the mark. Rebound by Leah. Viss thought about a 3. Time expiring. Looks like that shot didn't hit the rim.
It must not have been. I don't think Viss really probably knew that right away, because you would have thought right under the hoop it would have, but no, it didn't. Just a little too strong off the glass. So great job by them getting this opportunity, but just got to be aware of that shot clock and where we're at on the floor.
Right side, here's Burtis. Gives up, yeah, that's going to get called on Maynard.
Yeah, nothing crazy there, but just Hope Tara Maynard trying to play aggressive defense and just a little bit too close with the body.
Inbounds there, it's a Hatfield. Picks up her dribble, top of the key, guarded by Leah. This kind of season Leah's had, it's hard not to think, Lucas, about who on this Hope roster is going to have a chance for all MIAA honors.
Right.
Thinking 1st team or 2nd team, but for some of these players, Leah's just put out a fantastic season, but she just does so much for this Hope team.
Right, and there's, usually a few or a small handful of Hope players that make their way onto that great list. So, yeah, very curious to see how the season continues to develop and who may make their way back on it this year.
Fantastic defense there, stripping the ball away, and another jump ball. This one will stay with Olivet.
And just 2 seconds on the shot clock right now, so Olivet's got to be ready for that. Got to look for a quick shot when they get the ball in here.
Inbounds, Burtis, nice looking shot, Lucas. Gets it to go.
Great job by them. She just floated to that open spot on the left wing, and great job to find her and get her the ball, and no hesitation, knocks down the triple.
Nice look here, and there's Anna Richards the other way, gets it down to Leah. Sets up Anna for 2, yes.
A little give and go action there by the sisters, great job.
There's Ava Lord back in the game, glad to see she's okay. That's a quick turnover there for Olivet.
As you see the Hope bench is laughing, that's associate head coach Courtney Cuss. That ball went whizzing right over her head. She didn't even see it coming, was facing the bench, and probably scared her a little bit on that one. Might have taken her head off.
And she's laughing too. That's funny. Coming out of that, looks like a sub in here. Brunsburg back in the ball game. Viss gonna take a seat on the bench. Side, Brunsburg gives it up. Olivet kind of set up in this loose man as well. And there's Leach, nice take.
Yeah, great, just again, finding that baseline, that lane, able to get down there, and had Hatfield, the larger defender, had the size, advantage on Leach, but didn't matter for her, able to get that one up off the glass.
Olivet with some of these dangerous cross-court passes right now. Hatfield, that one's off the mark. Right in the hands for 2.
Just tipped it right to her.
To Woodbeck. Hope pushing with pace. Trying to get Olivet out of sorts. Leach, topside 3-pointer short. Rebound by Leah. And right side, three-point try, Anna Richards.
Again, it looks like a little confusion there. I don't know if Burtis was the one that was supposed to be out there closing out, but just a lot of Hope offensive players being left open on that three-point line. And, you know, when they're shooting 50% from the three-point line, you don't want to leave anyone open.
Hatfield misses that one. Hope's here going the other way. Gives up her dribble, right side. Brunsberg, three-pointer, off the mark. It's going to be off the hands of Olivet. Will be Hope basketball. A couple subs in here. Let's get those for the comments. It's going to be number 35, Peyton Tennant, freshman from Ottawa Lake, Michigan.
And number 15, Alex Mitchell for the comments as well. Checking in. And we're seeing for the first time this afternoon Grayson Guy and Jillian Sorrell, as you can hear. I don't know if you can't see it on the broadcast, but that Sorrell cheering section going crazy over there in the corner in DeVos.
It's hilarious. And that's going to be an offensive foul drawn there by Jillian Sorrell. Nice play there. And the cheering section going crazy. She's doing her best to lock in, and I'm sure that that would be a little bit distracting.
But fun, though. Cool to see.
A lot of fun, yep. Left side, there's Sorrell. Going to work now, gives it up to Brunsberg. Out to DeSmit. Smith driving, creating the shot, and here's Sorrell. Thought about the three, going to work, gives it up to Brunsberg. Now Hope moving the basketball really well. So I'm gonna have to eat my words after talking about how they weren't earlier. They're just gonna get a shot clock turnover there. I was talking about how they didn't move the ball well. How about, I mean, these possessions, they've been really good.
And I'm sure that's a point of emphasis, right? Coming off of a loss, road loss during the week, you're like, hey, we got to right the ship right now, right? We want to come out, play our, you know, awesome brand of basketball, get things back going that we want to, and we're seeing it here so far in the first half.
Right side, here's the comments. And they're going to get a travel. Looks like Hope was straight up.
Yeah, you know, just trying to split that defense. Woodbeck was stepping through, but drug that pivot foot just a little bit, and an official saw it, made the easy call.
There's the right side around the horn here. Brunsberg thought about it, gives it up, right side to Smith. Cross court, here's Brunsberg. Up to Leach. She's gonna shoot through it. Three! It is Brunsberg's day today. Lucas.
Man, she is playing great basketball. That's her 11th point of the basketball game here. Her 8 points of the basketball game here. Knocking down threes, getting things done on both ends of the floor.
Side, Hope moving again with pace. Gives it up, back out to Brunsberg. Hope leads 43-9 here at DeVos. Been dominant. Sorrell, three-pointer off the mark. Ava Lord sets up two-pointer. Rebound by Sorrell. There's Leach. Too much room there.
And again,
hand down, man down.
Just left open, and Lauren Leach in transition, had a dribble, could step into that three. That's going to be one. If you're a shooter, you are just chomping at the bit to get those shots off.
All smiles right now from Josie DeSmit and crew as they're setting up those shots. Nice three-point look. Love her three-point shot. I mean, we've seen that a couple times today.
Great answer there by Burtis.
But you can just see the shot. I mean, everything is up and through. It's really smooth. And we're going to get media timeout here on the floor. Why don't we take a break, Lucas? 46-12, it's Hope College lead. We'll be back after this.
Some call it naive. Others call it foolish. But hope has never been silenced by doubt. Hope is the unquiet heart, stirring, pounding, driving us towards something greater. It leans into what's wrong and lifts up what's right. It teaches, learns, discovers, imagines what could be, and brings it to life. Hope has to start somewhere. Why not here? Why not now? Why not us? The daring ones. Those who provoke possible, trigger curiosity, and incite joy. For us, hope is more than a word. It's a force, and we are its humble ambassadors. From the beginning to now, we don't just believe in hope, we dare to live it. Hope College. Dare to hope.
Back here at DeVos, 3:33 until halftime. 46-12. Hope College been dominant so far here, Lucas.
Yeah, as a team on the season, shooting 34.5% from three, but they are doing everything in their power to raise that percentage today. 53 so far in the afternoon with 3:33 left in this first half.
So look around things in the MIAA right now. Trine improves to 5-0 after that dominant win over Alma. And then Alma 3-2. Hope right now sitting at 4-1 and well in control. And looks like that's a new player in there as well. It's freshman Sydney Bogue. Inside of other things, let's see. Got Adrian's playing Calvin right now. Calvin's up 21-9 early in that one. St. Mary's and Albion. We got closer game. St. Mary's up 24-20. We get a shot clock violation there on Hope. Out in transition, Burtis sets up. I really like her game, Lucas.
Love that pace. They got out. They knew they had the numbers, the advantage. Get the ball down the floor, get it in Burtis's hands. Easy finish at the other end.
I think that Coach Sabidi sees a little bit of one of their only opportunities there to score points, especially against the second group, as that's a lot of the second team plus this and Petrolia.
For both those Hope and Olivet fans, the Hope men are down at Olivet right now this afternoon here, down by 6, 10-6, halfway through the first half on that game. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one as well here as the afternoon goes on.
And Lucas, that Olivet team for men's, although they're not much in the win column at all, they played a really hard non-conference schedule, and they know who they are. I mean, right. I said about it early, like, they know their identity. They played Wash Utah, ended up losing by like 18, but
yeah, they were here in DeVos a few weekends ago in that tournament, and we were able to watch them a little bit.
And they beat Muskingum, a team that beat Hope, where Muskingum was shooting terribly, but Olivet has players. I mean, their men's team really can play, so I expected that to be a really tough game for Hope to go on the road. Inside, there's DeSmit driving, gives it up. Sorrell thought about three, puts the ball on the floor. Gets it out to Viss. Just trying to get the ball down to Sydney Bogue.
Olivet fouls on number 0.
Foul there, that's on Ava Lord. More subs in here. It's like Lily Miller, Emma Yakey. That's for their first minutes, as well as Morgan Miller, the junior from Portland, Oregon.
So a lot of players getting action here for the Flying Dutch in this first half. Good to see, getting a lot of different people out there getting some experience on the court. We'll see what they can do here to end the first half.
Morgan Miller gives it up, sets up Sydney Bogue, nothing but nylon.
Little mid-range jump shot, pretty looking jump shot out of her there.
Not seen much of this lineup yet so far at all. Bailey Stewart really the only one that's played any significant minutes. Rebound by Yakey. Out in transition, here's Bailey Stewart. Gives it up to Yakey, three-point try. Yeah, nothing but net.
And even off the bench, Matt, everyone for this Hope team clicking from three right now.
They are on fire. 50% from three here for Hope. And the other way, Burtis thought about it. Morgan Miller here setting up offense. Gives it up top side. Bailey Stewart driving with strength. Can't get that to go. There's Ava Lord, nice take.
Great little up and under move for her. Found her spot at the elbow and gets the defender shifting a little bit and able to knock down the floater.
Timeout, substitution.
It's just a substitution timeout. Hope's going to use. So 51-16, we got 55 seconds to play. That gives them a chance to get Katie Blasey in there here for the last minute until halftime. Lori Miller gives it up. Driving. Nice pass out to Yakey. Yake trying to go baseline. It's just batted out of bounds. That one by Peyton Tennant. Bailey Stewart down. Gets it out to Morgan Miller. They're going to reset up offense here with time expiring. Morgan just kind of dribbling into nothing there. Here's Ava Lord going the other way.
Yeah, dribbled right into the double team on that one, got stopped. You know, looking to, if you get collapsed on 2 defenders, someone's open. Looking to get it out, swing the ball on that.
So as you talked about, Lucas, you were saying, hey, you know, you're somebody that might not be playing as much. Hope is in a game where they're well in control of it. What are things you're thinking as you're coming off the bench to see how you can kind of impact this game, but maybe also earn yourself some more playing time in other games?
One of the biggest things is if you can just come in and be a continuation of what's been going on already in this first half, right? A lot of these players, like we mentioned, coming in, and it's awesome in the first half to get some substantial minutes, but can you continue what this offense has established and done and prove yourself to be in this role?
And that's a pass down to Blasey as they thought about it. Time expiring. The refs are just going to say halftime there on that one. So Hope not able to get a shot off there at the end, but they're up 51-18 here in this one. As we break down that second half, let's see what the stats tell us here so far, Lucas.
Hope, again, like we've talked about the entire first half, shooting a, you know, blazing 56% from the field, 52% from three, taking 17 threes so far, Matt. Only 25 from the field for Olivet, so huge disparity there as far as the percentages go in shooting. Olivet, as the second quarter went on, started to get better looks, started to knock down some shots, just looking for them to continue that as we go through the second half.
Yeah, far better in that second quarter for Olivet. Just in the first, they only scored 2 points. Second quarter, they had 16. Starting to shoot a lot better, 43%, 50% from three. So starting to find their mojo there for Olivet, but might be a little bit too late. So we got about 15 minutes here. We'll be back in about 12 to talk right before second half action here at DeVos on the Anchor Network.
As darkness gives way to light, before backpacks are zipped and the first class begins, grateful hands are already at work. Every act seen and unseen is done to bring hope. Bolts tightened, lessons planned, floors mopped, cookies baked, and baked and baked and baked and baked. So many cookies. But these acts are not without purpose. These are the little moments that build hope. Lawns mowed, light bulbs changed, prayers spoken, phones answered, minds challenged, kindness shown. This is how we keep hope moving, with warm smiles, open doors, peace of mind, and a campus that shines. Because within these walls, the next generation of hope bringers is being formed. And it's our privilege to make this place a home they can be proud of. So to all the ones who make this place what it is, thank you, and go Hope.
I am very excited about this building, and the big reason why is the opportunity it's going to bring. Growth in class sizes, classes offered, more opportunity for alumni to come into the department and have a space to talk with us.
What excites me most is the opportunity to connect between students, freshmen and sophomores, being able to connect with upperclassmen right out of the get-go.
It's also going to allow students to feel connected to a building. I feel like it's going to provide like a sense of this is where I study, this is where I am talking to alumni, talking to professionals, talking to accountants. This is the place where it all happens.
I feel like this space will allow students to get creative and coming up with new ideas, not only in group settings with professors and collaborating in the classroom, but also in the shared workspaces that the building has to offer, and to come up with ideas that not only better the community, but could better society at large.
Coming into Hope, I really never thought about vocation or discernment, and it's one of the first things I learned about in my Introduction to Business course, and that really opened up my eyes to The way that faith can play into my calling with what I do in my career path. Hope's unique that it has a Christian representation aside from just looking at business and profit and ROI, but also coming at it from a faith and moral perspective, and that's really guided me.
The most transformative part of my time here at Hope was seeing something that, from an outside perspective, seems so secular, that seems voided of the Christian faith, and how to actually intersect the Christian faith to become more successful on a day-to-day basis, and how you treat your coworkers, how you respond to your superiors, how you work with your customers.
The professors create a safe environment for us to ask questions not only in the business field, but also how can we implement that as Christians. And I think as a business student, we have such a cool opportunity to play an impact on so many different people's lives. And so because of that, it's really important that we can understand servant leadership. Being able to travel down to Atlanta, Georgia, to meet the professionals at Chick-fil-A headquarters and really hear about their personal experience with servant leadership and how they're able to live out those Christian values within the business world was really impactful for me. When we walked in, we saw a 20-foot statue of Jesus washing Peter's feet, and for me that really just reminded me how much faith and business should and can go hand in hand.
Economics and business department has impacted me to a whole new level that I didn't think it would. The first thing is growth, and not only in like the knowledge and the skills that it provided me, but also the faith aspect of it, the community aspect, the network aspect of it. The way the professors and the students in the economics and business department interact is just very personal. Coming into Hope, my faith wasn't the strongest. And after, 4 years later, it's as strong as it's ever been.
I feel like I would describe the business department attributes in terms of excellence, in terms of curriculum, but also their care and compassion for their students. And I feel like that comes through and hopefully will come through as community members come into the business building and interact with students there and get to see those relationships up front.
It is such an important time right now for receiving a college education, especially what Hope stands for and their mission to create an excellent but faithful student, and I think that's exactly what the world needs right now.
I'm personally grateful for the people in the community who are willing to extend their generosity to the Hope Business Department in making the building a possibility. This is something that has been dreamed about, and to be able to turn that into a reality is really exciting. And as a student who is going to be leaving, I can really reflect and say that knowing that there are people in our community who are willing to take a chance on us and to invest in our future and the future of a Christian institution who's prioritizing business makes me grateful and solidifies that I made the right choice coming to Hope. I chose Hope in the Business and Economics Department because I could sense the care that faculty and staff had for their students, and this building really just represents that it's not just Hope faculty and staff who care about our students, but it's also people out there in the community who are willing to invest in future generations.
The reality is that the college years, although short, are an incredibly pivotal time in a young person's life to figure out who they are, what they believe, and what God's calling them to do in their life. Our desire here at Hope is that every freshman that enters as a young 18-year-old, 17-year-old will leave as a senior knowing their true identity and worth is in the eyes of what God says about them as a child of God, as God's beloved, and as they are made in God's image, and that is beautiful and enough. That is what I love about the community of Hope, whether it's in the classroom, on the pitch, or on the court, in the dorm, or in chapel. They are learning that this is a faithful space, a welcoming space, and ultimately a space that is transforming them slowly but surely into what God is calling them to be.
Hi, my name is Olivia Bellows.
I'm Jalil Williams. My name is Connor Vachon.
Hi, I'm Grace Connolly.
Hi, my name is Cole Lumen. I'm Nolan Holtrip.
Hey, I'm Gabby, and I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior on the women's softball team.
I'm on the football team.
And I'm a senior on the men's hockey teams.
I'm a senior at Hope College, and I coach men's basketball.
But I'm on the women's soccer team.
I'm a senior at Hope College, and I'm on the women's basketball team.
One of my biggest obstacles here at Hope College
was my junior year. I was cut from men's basketball team, and it really shook up where I placed my identity and where I found my purpose.
I really struggled with the transition from high school to college.
Winter of my freshman year, I lost a loved one who was very close to me. I feel like this left me questioning God and feeling very lost. I wondered how he could possibly be present in a time that felt so terrible to me.
In my early years of being on the team, I struggled with letting my pride get in the way. And I soon realized that this needed to change because I wasn't talking to my coaches nicely and acting towards my teammates in a way that I shouldn't have.
Through God's word and his new calling for my life, I was given the gift of being able to coach basketball.
I realized right away how important it is to be in community, and that at the end of the day, people just want to be known, they want to belong, and they want to be loved.
I soon began to meet with a chaplain here at Hope and hang out with my Team 43 rep. They made me realize that I should love myself and that my identity is not based on athletic performance nor achievements, but the impact I have on others around me.
Through the power of a sea trip and a lot of very influential people that I've met at Hope, I've learned that God is very present in every single circumstance, situation, person, place, and thing that I encounter.
My experiences at Hope have given me a deeper understanding of what it means to be a servant leader.
My biggest takeaway from being a cross-country athlete here at Hope is learning to pursue Jesus with the attitude of an endurance athlete, where you need to be consistent, you need to work hard, you know it's going to have its ups and downs, but the payoff of what you get from putting in all that work is unmatched.
Something I would share to a younger freshman or sophomore who's upcoming in the program is you can use your sport, football, or any of you athletes can use your sport to proclaim your faith to everyone else and to express his goodness. Personally, on the football team, we got a Bible study, and then before every game, we'd all pray in the end zone as a team. Just through little things like that, it just shows everyone in attendance, opponents, teammates, that God's love is everywhere.
The greatest joy of being on the hockey team is the way we grow in our faith with each other and are a part of each other's stories.
I've learned that in every circumstance, I can have joy if my eyes are fixed on Christ. I've also learned too that relationships get so much better when you're real and you're genuine and you're honest and you're open with people.
When everything is very difficult and all the pressure is on, it's okay that it's hard, but just stick with it. Never give up. You'll get to the finish line eventually, and it doesn't matter when you get there.
At first, in my role as a student assistant, it was all about me. And when it was all about me, I failed miserably. It was hard, it was unenjoyable. But after seeking God further and again finding that purpose, I'm more fulfilled doing what I do now than any roster spot could ever fulfill me.
No matter what you struggle with, you're more than just your struggles. You're a child of God that can be used in many different ways that you might not understand at the moment.
I've come to understand that true joy does come from serving God and serving others. Proverbs 11:25 says, "The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will be refreshed." I've learned that the answer I'm looking for cannot be found within myself. I can't be the problem and the solution. I know that when my eyes are fixed on Christ, He will use me to glorify His kingdom in ways that I could never imagine.
Back at the boss. Hope you enjoyed your halftime snack, Lucas, because it's 51-18 here, and I'm sure, you know, we got those starters out there for Hope, but we'll start to see a little bit of that second group and maybe some of those freshmen here, Lucas, to see what they're made of for Hope. And on the other side of things, for Olivet, Lucas, I mean, what are things you think that they can continue to build on here, as that second quarter was pretty good?
Well, we saw Berta start to knock down some three-point shots in that second quarter as well. Their offense just started, it felt like started to get in their own flow a little bit. Hope early on sped them up. They got out to an early lead and just kind of frazzled them in what they were doing. Olivet then started to settle in, get some points on the board in that second quarter. So you hope now, after coming out of half, you were able to use that halftime to talk about things, get settled, and not kind of cool off and then forget where you were at. So if they can pick up where they were, they'll continue to put some points on the board here in the second half.
It's left side, that's Ava Lord. Passes right into the hands of Petrolia for another Hope College steal. Hope College now 3 steals on the day. And this is going to be fouled on the way up. Hope been dominant in the paint down low there, Lucas. Outscoring Olivet 22-12 for points in the paint so far here today. This makes the front end. She's got 6 here so far. Relatively quiet day for her average, just over 10 a game. Makes the second as well. Lord guarded there by Maynard, right side. Lord trying to set things up. Left side, nice. Trying to get the pass out, and it's bailed out a little bit, so gets into the hands. Hatfield there. Lord, three-pointer. Off the mark, rebound by Maynard.
And Olivet now, again, like we talked about, starting to move the ball better. You know, Lord had Bush cutting through the lane there, unable to connect, but able to get a look from 3, so might start to see those fall here in the second half.
Leah Richards up and under, taking Hatfield to the hole. Lord now with the ball going the other way. Gives it up to Hatfield. Goes right side, gives up to Bush. Bush with the pass down. That's to Woodbeck. In the hands of Lord for 2. No. Just that inefficient shooting here for Olivet is killing them. Right side, right wing, Petrolia 3. She's gonna make that.
And again, just left wide open, right? There was no defender in sight for her. She's gonna step into that and knock it down every time.
Hope over 50% from 3, and a team that on the season is just 34.5%. So quite a better day than normal. They're also shooting more threes than normal. They're 10 of 18. Their average is making just under 7 3-pointers a game.
Entering the lineup for the Comets, number 3, Drew Allen.
Drew Allen checks in for Olivet. Bounds, gets to Hatfield with the left. Yeah, nice move.
Great little hook from her there. She had the size advantage, or at least matched up a little bit better. This Hope team really outsizes Olivet across the board. They've got Hatfield over that 6-foot mark, but we talk about the Richards sisters, Maddie Petrolia, Sydney Bode, who played a little bit in the first half. Hope just definitely at the size advantage, but didn't matter there for Hatfield, able to get that one up and over and in.
Hope moving the ball really well right now, and that'll set up a 3-point try from Anna Richards. Bangs another one home,
and
Lucas.
They just pick up where they left off in the first half.
It's just outrageously efficient 3-point shooting here. Lord gives it up, stolen by Petrolia. Petrolia has got the 2-on-1 and 1. It's all Hope College here.
Comets 5-0.
Peyton Tennant going to check in. Ava Lord with 3 fouls. She's going to have to come out. No, they're going to change it. That's actually going to be Bush is going to come out for Tennant. Lord will stay in. gets that one to go. Here's Lord now. Hope with an astounding 44-point lead here at home.
Man.
Lord driving, can't get that one. Stays here.
And again, that's where we just see that size advantage of Hope. Maddie Petrolia stepped over into that help side, had the size advantage on Lord, able to easily swat that ball away.
Hope with 22 points off turnovers. Really been a huge factor as Hatfield gets another one to rattle home. She's got 8 points here. Cross court to Viss. Viss going to the bucket, squaring up a little bit. Yeah, nice.
And Viss was wide open in the corner, could have pulled that three, but she saw the lane, said, you know what, nope, I'm gonna go right in, able to go in, avoid the contact, get that one off the glass.
Love that decision from her at a time when maybe a little bit younger version of her would have settled for the three. Here's a rebound now going the other way. Allen into Tennant. It's another Hope College steal here. Going the other way. Here's Petrolia on the left side. Yes. Ford dribbling through, settles for two. Off the mark. Burtis fights for it. Good rebound. Sets up the Hatfield try. Off the mark again.
And Lord was getting hounded up there by, two defenders, but great job by her, able to split them, get to her shot at the free throw line, unable to knock it down, but a lot of Hope aggression on that defense.
Petrolia misses the three, wanted the foul there. I mean, we look on the court right now, if it's all these Hudsonville products, Grand Haven products, it's the OK Red is really being represented well out here, Lucas. And that's, Terry Maynard Jennison product. I think that's OK Green or white.
Honestly, can't keep up. They've been switching them around so much that.
Hockey subs coming in here for Hope. That's everybody. Sorrell, Blasey, Brunsberg, Leach, DeSmit, going to be that second rotation in here for Hope. And on the other end of things, that's Hatfield checks out. Nice shot there. That's Lord. Alex Mitchell back in the ball game here for Olivet. Guarding DeSmit. Right side, Sorrell. Almost stolen. But it's back in the hands here of Hope. DeSmit gives it up. Trying to find the best shot. Unselfish. Giving up the basketball. Leach puts the ball on the floor. She's fouled.
They're getting Wood back on that one. Must have just been a little reach in there as Leach was going by, trying to see who they were going to get the foul on.
Timeout on the floor.
So we're going to get a media timeout here. That under 5 timeout here in the third. 68-24 Hope College lead here on the Anchor Network.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. I kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory, the glory, you know I do it for the glory. The glory, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Welcome back here to DeVos Fieldhouse. 4:42 left in the third, 68-24, the commanding Hope lead as we get going underway here in the third.
Quick miss there by Sorrell. Rebound by Brunsburg. Offensive rebound here for Hope. Hope has 9 here so far. Leach gives it up, gets out Brunsburg. Time expiring. Money. Brunsburg with 13.
The little one dribble pull up, found her spot, knocked it down, calm, cool, collected as time was expiring on the shot clock. It was a great answer there by Ava Lord going right to the hole.
Lord going the other way. Nice move, like you said. We did get confirmation there, Lucas. 2 points in the first quarter. And Hope College able to hold Olivet to just 2 in the first quarter. That's the best in the history of Hope College women's basketball.
And it was one of those things we were all kind of looking around between you and I, and Mackenzie, you know, one of our great sports information assistants, able to try to figure out, was that a record, was that not? But yeah, in the first quarter, Hope held Olivet to just 2 points. So making a little history here this afternoon.
70-26, Hope College lead. Yeah, things in the stat sheet. Hope with an awesome third quarter here so far. 70% from the field. They've got 19 points so far in this quarter. Shooting 2 of 5 from 3. Made all their free throws. Just a fantastically efficient day here for Hope so far.
As we take a look over in Olivet here this afternoon, Hope with a 2-point lead. The Hope men with a 2-point lead over Olivet University, just getting going in the second half here. So again, we'll keep an eye on that one as their second half here in Holland takes place. Keep you updated on the score on the men's side of things.
MIAA action for the other games. Calvin leads Adrian 40-21. And then Albion and St. Mary's are kind of in a battle here back and forth in the third. St. Mary's leads 39-38 in that one. It's another good game. It's kind of, for the couple of teams that are middling, they're going to need them if they're trying to make the MIAA tournament. Cross court that's batted out of bounds by Brunsburg will stay here with all of that. Inbounds gets in. It's almost blocked by Brunsburg. Looks like she got a piece, but it's a nice shot by Burtis. She's in double digits now with 10.
Yeah, great little inbound play by Olivet. Gets her coming around the curl. Easy layup.
Top side, Sorrell driving. Gives it up. Gets it out to the Smith. Smith with a step on Lord. Nice take. Blazy gets the board for 2.
And Blazy just almost, I mean, over 2 defenders. Didn't really have to work for it. It seemed like just kept that ball high. It fell right into her hands and put it right back up and in.
Ford settles for a deep 3, almost down. Brunsburg rebound. Brunsburg now 13.6 rebounds. What a game she's had on the bench so far for Hope, impacting the game everywhere.
Olivet fouls on number 10, Alexis Woodbeck.
So it's going to be a foul on the drive. That's by Woodbeck, her 3rd foul. So they're going to bring in a sub. That's going to be number 12, Teresa Repkowski. And that's Sorrell falling away as her fan section is standing up and cheering for her.
First points of the game here.
Burtis settles for 3 off the mark. Rebound by Sorrell. Cross court to the Smith. Smith setting up. Going to work on Mitchell. Smith thought about the 3. And that's Blazy again using her right.
Almost passed it off the glass to her, right? Just a little too strong on the first shot by DeSmith, but right into Blazy's hands.
Lucas, we've talked about with this Hope team, I mean, Blazy's been that second center to come in and spare the Richards minutes. In bigger games, too, I think she's just done an awesome job. I know early, Grayson Guy had an injury that was preventing her from playing. And Blasey's been able to come in and play that kind of second group.
And given great minutes. Again, we talked about it back at the beginning of the season. It looks like maybe just a substitution, going to a 30-second timeout for Hope, but Blasey able to step in and continue to contribute in key minutes in this game. You know, her size obviously playing a huge advantage in this one right now, but awesome to see her step into that role.
Was just a substitution timeout. I looked at the refs deliberating that with Coach Peter Sabidi. So that's that next group coming in here, kind of that third tier. That's Lily Miller setting up for two. Nice shot. Morgan Miller, Lily Miller, Emma Yakey, Bailey Stewart, and who am I missing? Sydney Bode.
Sydney Bode, yep.
Nice steal there by Bode.
On cue, able to swat that one away.
Morgan Miller setting up here. Yakey thought about the three, puts the ball in the court. She's trying to go for the foul there.
Yeah, you can tell she was trying to find the contact, draw a foul, but just a little bit out of control. She was falling forward on that one. Would love to see her look for someone in the corner, you know, dished out to a teammate. It's a little bit out of control on that take, but able to get it off Olivet and retain possession for the Flying Dutch.
Into Morgan Miller, three, nothing but net. Nice shot by Morgan Miller. Topside Burtis gives it up to Hatfield. Left to Repikowski, yeah, nice shot. Just their third three-pointer of the day. For Olivet, Repikowski gets that one down. And her first points of the ball game as well. Here's Bailey Stewart, almost getting it stolen there by Repikowski. Sydney Bone set up. Going to work on Mitchell. Dish out. Morgan Miller doesn't mind it. That one's long. Yakey's going to get caught for the foul.
Yeah, great box out there by Drew Allen on that, able to shield Yakey away. Yakey had already committed to trying to get that rebound, but with a great box out, easy calls. Yakey just went a little bit over the back, caught herself coming down on Allen.
Here's Drew Allen now. Setting up offense here. Shot clock is off. We got 15 to play. Send to Alex Mitchell. She's trying to go right through Sydney Bode. They're going to get Bode on the foul.
They're actually getting, looks like Morgan Miller. I thought the same thing, Matt. They were going to get Bode, but
okay.
Morgan Miller must have just reached in on the off-ramp because it looked like Sydney Bode just pulled that one out of the air. So must have been a little swipe on the arm.
I thought so
Miller.
as well. I thought she had just grabbed that ball out of the air.
Right.
Off the mark is the first one. Misses the second as well. Rebound by Bode. 6 seconds play. Here's Morgan Miller. Driving the bucket. Nice take. Off the mark. And that will do it for the third quarter. 81-33. Hope College lead. They're in the third, Lucas. Olivet 15 points. Shooting still a little bit better there. 41% that quarter, 20% from three. Hope College a 30-point quarter. Shooting 60 from the field, 43 from three. Things are all Hope College still here at DeVos. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on the Anchor Network. So can confirm here, Lucas, that is a record for fewest points in a quarter It was by Olivet in 2016, where Hope had held them to just 6 points in the first quarter. But here, just 2, so will be a new record here at the Boss Fieldhouse for this Hope women's team. Grayson Guy checks back in for some minutes. A couple of the starters back in as well. Looks like everybody but Leah Richards in there. Fading, Sid Viss off the mark. Right side, Drew Allen. Gives it up, Alex Mitchell for 2, off the mark. Here's Anna Richards going the other way. Gives it up to Grayson Guy. Trying to set up that ball screen for her. Nice pass. Guy, pivot foot. And Anna Richards, and 1.
And I love that out of Grayson Guy, right? She probably had the size advantage, got stopped in the paint, easily could have forced up a look, you know, from there, but had 2 defenders on her. Found the open teammate. Richards able to get to the hole, draw the contact, and 1. Love that composure out of Grayson Guy. Rather than forcing a bad shot, able to find a teammate for one that probably was a better look.
She chose patience, that's for sure. And how about Anna Richards? Just like that, she's got 16 points, some of the quietest 16 I've seen, as she's 6 of 7 from the field so far today. There's Burtis there, giving it up to Bush. Trying to get the ball to Hatfield and replaces with her, and they're going to get Petrolia on the foul. So we got Richards, Anna with 15. Brunsburg adds 13, and Petrolia adds 11 here. Those bench minutes there from Brunsburg, as we talked about. Playing against tougher opponents, I mean, you use Brunsburg and Leach just so much for their experience and them being able to kind of be the adult in the room for that second group. Ava Lord's going to check in. Kaylee Bush gets that one to go. Repikowski checks out, Lord checks in. And Maynard back in the ball game as well here. Setting up offense for Hope College. Guarded by Lord. Gives up Petrolia, nice pass down to Viss, just off the mark. Rebound by Guy, another offensive board here for Hope. Guy kind of forcing that one. Viss just can't get the rebound.
You know,
they're going to say that's off of?
They say, they pointed that it was Hope basketball, and you know, Matt, I think Hope got a big break. It looked like it was off of Viss's hands last, from our angle at least, but maybe there was a tip there I couldn't see, but it looked like it kind of bounced right out of Sydney Viss's hands.
Yeah, I saw that as well, but we'll stay here with Hope. Here's Anna driving, going to work on Allen, sets up, just forcing a tough one. She's got 18 here.
That with shot clock expiring, able to get that shot up and over defenders.
Such a good ability to get to the basket. Lord gives it up, and Petrolia, how about how much she's got? I know she's going to get the foul here as well, but she's gotten so much better on defense from year to year. And here kind of in her, that's her redshirt sophomore campaign here at Hope. And Lucas, I mean, the way she's able to interrupt passing lanes, get steals, I mean, I just think she's gotten so much better on the defensive end. We always knew she was a sharpshooter, that she'd come in and hit shots for Hope, but as a non-ball defender, she's just getting a lot better.
Right, I agree, Matt.
Dave Lord, right side. Puts the ball on the floor, that's with strength. Ooh, just can't get it to go. Here's DeSmit now with the board. Step right side, Sorrell for 3, off the mark. And DeSmit, yeah. Good board there by DeSmit.
Maybe the smallest player on the court, able to find her way into the paint, able to come down with that rebound and get the bucket after the putback. That's an awesome job by Josie DeSmit.
Yeah, she does a good job on the glass as well for somebody who, like you said, one of the smaller players on the court.
Yeah, very scrappy, only standing at 5'6", but she plays like she's much taller. It's going to make her presence known in multiple different ways.
There's the Smith now. Started by Lord, gives it up left side, Bailey Stewart, and yeah, she'll get for the travel. She picked up both feet there. Lord now, guarded by DeSmit. That's Bode being tasked with taking on Hatfield. Bode really good at using her length here. She's getting beat to the bucket, but just has that length of being able to kind of stay in front.
And Kaylee Bush there, able to get the putback, crash the glass very well, right spot at the right time to get the putback.
Beach pass back here to DeSmit now. Going to work on Burtis. Trying to do everything but settle for a three right now, unless it's an open one, because there's DeSmit.
And it's hard not to take that look, right, Matt? I mean, great ball movement there. Started with the Leach drive, able to skip that ball around, and Josie Smith found herself wide open at the top of the key.
No, but I think that's a great shot.
It's
a great
awesome
look. It's
not
the one as Hatfield answers with a three of her own. Coach Sabidi's going to take a timeout to talk about things here. 91-40, Hope College up 51 here at home on the Anchor Network.
My name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
At Van Andel Institute, we're in a race, a relentless competition to get ahead of the diseases that affect our world. Cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We are at the forefront of research and discovery. Our global collaborations are a catalyst for big breakthroughs so that we can make the greatest impact on the health of current and future generations. Because in the race to prevent and cure some of the most insidious diseases, victory is the only option. Van Andel Institute, Innovation Unleashed.
(91-40). Lucas Shelton alongside Matt Wayner with 6:13 to play. And looking here in the stat sheet, Lucas, Hope out-rebounding Olivet 45-22. It's been a big recipe for those second chance points, and there's Sorrell in transition. Hope just crushing that press for an easy bucket.
Yeah, made easy work out of that press break there, Matt. Easy looking layup there for Jillian Sorrell.
Hope's got 15 offensive rebounds here today. Once again, kind of going to those second chance points where they're outscoring all that 20-8. DeSmit looks up, nice pass. I saw Bailey Stewart calling for that action. DeSmit was just with her right eye, able to see her and get that ball out.
Yeah, great job making sure the defenders didn't know where she was going to go with it. Just quick threw it over their shoulder. Awesome pass, awesome finish.
Here's Lord giving up her dribble. And nice D by Bo, just intercepting the passing lane. But it bops back into Olivet's hand. She settles for two. Offensive board there by Burtis, and foul by Stewart.
Here during these substitutions, take a look again. Hope men down 2, 54-52, 9:20 left in the second half over in Olivet. So back and forth affair we've got going on across the state, Matt.
I'm sure that's a really good game. And for those women's games we were checking on, Albion now taking the lead. 8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, 51-50 for women's basketball. And Calvin handily up 12, 47-35 with 7 to play against Adrian. Hope College now going the other way. Morgan Miller. That nice three there in the first half. There's Lily Miller, easy two. There's a new guard in there for Olivet. Let's see who that is. It's number 22, Amari Stevenson, junior from Mishawaka, Indiana, Penn High School. You know about Penn High School?
I do not, Matt.
They were really good football program. One of the largest schools in northern Indiana. I think they're like 3,500 kids. But Carmel played Penn and State in football in 2012. Penn and Carmel were both undefeated, met in the state championship, and Carmel won 54-0. But
some Indiana geography knowledge there, some football knowledge.
Carmel, a north side Indianapolis team, and Penn out in Mishawaka. But they're traditionally a really strong program athletically for northern Indiana. Yeah, if we're going to do the Michigan geography,
and there's Midwest geography, right?
There you go.
We'll brush up before the next game.
And a nice shot there by Emma Yakey. She's got 2 threes here as Hope makes the 100 mark here at home. We also, with Mike, he'll get us to the Wisconsin geography as well.
There you go. We'll have to, start expanding our horizon a little bit.
We're all about learning here as Brunsburg now taps in her 15 points here. Coach Sabita's going to take a timeout. Full timeout here for Coach Sabita, so we'll take time as well. 3:41 to play. Hope College leads 102-42.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
3:41 to play here. Lucas Shelton, Matt Wayner. As we're wrapping this one up, Lucas, as we see how things kind of start to shape up for the MIAA, Trine leads 5-0. Hope College will improve to 5-1. Alma 3-2. Adrian still wrapping up that game with Calvin. They're down 12. If that stands, Adrian would then go to 3-2. Albion in a tight one there with St. Mary's. And the other one being Calvin, really needing that win so they can improve to 3-2, kind of stay in the hunt. Morgan Miller here, right side. Gets out to Yakey. Why not, Yakey? You hit 2, but she misses that one just off the mark. Mari Stevenson in transition. Nice pass with the left as Ava Vanderveen can't get that to go.
Yeah, Vanderveen, I think, just kind of didn't know where she was on the floor when she caught that. Maybe thought she was a little bit closer to the basket. It looked like her footwork was just off, but great pass in transition to get that ball down the floor.
Pushes up and gets it to Stevenson. Back out to Mitchell. Off the hands of Mitchell. Going to be Hope basketball. Morgan Miller takes 2 high ball screens. Trying to get the ball out to Sorrell. They're just not on the same page. And it's going to be a Hope turnover. Marge Stevenson guarded by Miller there. Gives it up, thinks about it. Back to Tennant. You got an update for that men's against Olivet game, Lucas?
Yeah, we can take a look. 7.5 to play, and it's knotted at 54. So just about 2 minutes left in this one. So those Hope Olivet fans that are hanging with us to the end, make sure you jump on over to that Olivet stream to watch the end of that Hope and Olivet men's game. Should be an exciting finish. It looks like it's coming down to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the credit there, that Olivet men's team has a good core. If it's Skipper, Kreshman, and Nate Richardson, of course, and then they added freshman, who was that, Shanker, who had been pretty good here in that Glen Van Wieren Classic where they win one against Muskegon, lose to Wash U. So we were able to watch them for a couple of games and liked kind of what they're building. And for Hope, massive win on Wednesday night against Trine to start their MIAA season 1-0. So kind of figured this was going to be one that they're going to be challenged, especially after being so high in that one against Trine.
Yeah, and on that men's side too, just a lot of teams beating up on each other in the MIAA. You know, jostling for position when it, coming down the stretch, looking ahead to the tournament. So every win's a big win in the MIAA on either side, but especially on that men's side.
Lily Miller tries a three-pointer. That one's deep. Here's Amari Stevenson going the other way. Going to be kickball there by Yankees. So we'll stay with Olivet. Where do we go from here now, Lucas? Let's start with Olivet. See where they travel to next Wednesday. As they have Wheaton, Illinois on the road next Wednesday, next Saturday. They're also on the road against Kalamazoo. So they start with a pretty tough road stretch. And then they're at Trine before they take on Calvin. Really tough beginning of the season there for Olivet. And for Hope, on the other end,
Hope's got Adrian on Wednesday night, and then we'll be back here at DeVos Fieldhouse next Saturday against St. Mary's. That'll be a doubleheader action with the men. So the women will be at 4, men will be playing at 2. So if you're in the Holland area, make sure you come on out next Saturday. Great afternoon of basketball here at DeVos Fieldhouse.
So Wednesday I'll be back here for the men's game against Adrian, and then next Saturday I believe that's Mike Coleman, Casey Rutledge be here for the Hope men's game, Hope women's game right after. So we've got a couple. Now we're kind of in the thick of it here. We got that Wednesday, Saturday, so you can expect that typical schedule here in the MIAA for about the next 5 weeks. So we're wrapping up here. 102-43 is the Hope lead. It's just a couple possessions left here for both teams. This ball down Grayson Guy. She's blocked by Mitchell. We'll stay here with Hope. Getting the 2 to go. That's Sorrell, and she's fighting a smile there as her fan section standing up over there. She gets an and 1 opportunity.
Sorrell's 6th point of the afternoon, got an opportunity here at number 7, so great showing from her, in the game where a lot of players who maybe aren't getting as many minutes are starting to get more, so she's made her presence known here this afternoon at DeVos Fieldhouse.
Sorrell's got 6 in here, and in the stat sheet, 102-43. Hope College shot 57%, 48 from 3, 80% from free throw. Just 5 attempts here today, so not at the line very often. Not a lot of whistles blown here as well. Made for a little bit of a quicker game. There's another steal by Grayson Guy. Leading scorers here, Anna Richards, 18 points. Brunsburg added in 15. Petrolia with 11. DeSmit added in 9. Yankee with 6. Leah Richards with 6. Oh, I missed. Sid Viss had 9. It was all over the board here with 100 points for Hope.
A lot of scores, yep.
And for Olivet, it was Burtis led their scoring attack with 12. Lord added 8. Hatfield added 8. So if you're Olivet, you got to kind of lick your wounds here, be able to get back in. Still looking for that first win in MIAA. And Coach Sabiti's going to see some things that they're going to need to continue to work on as a program. For Hope, hats off to them. Couldn't have played really any better.
Commanding win out of Hope. Great shooting affair. End of the afternoon, 57.5% from the field, 48.3 from three-point land. So great job shooting from them. They were able to get things done in all areas here this afternoon.
And that's athletic director staff. That's Kevin Woma and Tim Schoonveld setting up for, we got poster giveaway here in this Olivet game. So
big afternoon.
Yeah, big afternoon. So Sorry you missed it. If you're at home, missed out on your opportunity to get your Hope women's basketball poster signed by the players. So that will do it for us here on the Anchor Network. Lucas Shelton, Matt Wayner will be back in the broadcast here. Wednesday night I'll be here for Hope Adrian at home for the men's side of things. And with 61-60, looks like what the men's team is leading right now, Lucas. So you'll want to shoot over, catch that game for the last 4 minutes. Here on the Anchor Network, we'll see you next time.